What does it mean to live together?
On this land.
In this place?
Burnt Thicket Theatre presents
We Treaty People. Audio dramas exploring what it means to embrace all our relations.
This week's episode was written by Yvette Nolan, performed by Beattie and Krystle Pederson, directed by Roxanne Dicke, with dramaturgy by Donna-Michelle St. Theme music by Daryl Doslon, with Jordan Daniels, Marco Kitchita, and Donnie Spidell. Recording, editing, and sound design by me, Tim Bratton.
And now, recorded on Treaty 6 territory, we bring you Flag.
Wait! Stop! What do you think you're doing?
I'm raising the flag?
Nope. Nuh-uh.
What do you mean, nope, nuh-uh?
You can't. Flag's at half-mast.
Yeah, and I am raising it.
You can't.
I can, and I will.
The flag is at half-mast for a reason.
The flag has been at half-mast for months now. It's time to move on.
Move on? Move on?
Yes, move on. I understand why the flags were lowered. I understand that it was to acknowledge the discovery of the bodies at Kamloops.
And Cowessus.
And Cowessus.
And Brantford.
And Brantford.
And Brandon. And Kamsack. And North...
And I get it. It's ongoing, and it was a terrible shock, and... in response, everyone lowered their flags.
It wasn't a shock to everyone. We knew. Indigenous people knew.
Maybe you did.
Not maybe. We knew. The survivors knew. The children of survivors knew. It's in all the reports. It's in the art, the plays and novels and songs.
I don't know about that.
Of course you don't.
Of course I don't. I was never taught any of that in school. History was John Cabot and Jacques Cartier, Hudson Bay Company, and Confederation. And as for the arts, Shakespeare and W.O. Mitchell, Group of Seven.
I was never taught any of that in school either. I got the same revisionist history you got. But I still know. I educated myself.
I am trying.
Trying what?
To educate myself, ever since.
Ever since...
the TRC?
The TRC?
Yeah, so I understand why the gesture was made, all of the flags all over the country lowered. But don't you think it loses its meaning after a while?
Like after 3 months?
It's a long time.
So that's the amount of time we get. 3 months? What does that work out to per child, I wonder?
Look, what if something else happens? Someone important dies, some terrorist blows up some other building, some wacko shoots a bunch of children, some incel mows down a bunch of women.
Stop! Why would you even put that into the air?
I'm just saying, those things happen, and maybe we would want to lower the flag to half-mast to acknowledge those lives. And what, the flag is already at half-mast? Oh, well, too bad for the people in the buildings, too bad for the children, too bad for the women.
Maybe we would lower it more.
What?
Lower it to a quarter-mast.
Quarter-mast?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sure it does.
Flags are lowered to half-mast because it means something. We can't just start willy-nilly raising and lowering the flag like some kind of fundraising thermometer.
Why not? A thermometer. Yeah, that's good. It would be like, What's the empathetic temperature of the country today? Feeling good, Canada? Climate change has whipped up those fires in the west, so that drops the flag a bit. But no massacres today, so that raises it. But still haven't reconciled about residential schools, so half-mast it stays. Yeah, that sounds like a good practice.
No, it doesn't. It makes it meaningless. Look, the purpose of lowering the flag to half-mast is to bestow an honor and express a collective sense of sorrow.
You believe everything you read on your phone?
No, of course not, but this is the Government of Canada website.
Oh, you believe everything the Government of Canada tells you.
Look, it's been nice talking to you, but I am gonna raise the flag and get back to my day.
Who told you to?
Who told me to what?
Who told you to raise the flag?
It's my job.
Really? This flag has not moved in, well, as you so rightly pointed out, 3 months. Why today? Was there some directive? If I went down to the Rev Canada building or City Hall or the Real Canadian Superstore, would their flags be back at the top?
I don't know.
Well, how do you know to raise this one then? No one told you. No one told you, did they? You're just doing it. You're just taking the law into your own hands.
It's not a law. There is no law saying, lower your flag, raise your flag.
How do you know when to do it then?
I don't know. We just do it.
We?
Yeah, we.
Who is this we?
We caretakers, janitors, custodians, soldiers, commissionaires, veterans.
Oh, veterans. Is this about that?
What that?
About wanting to raise the flag so that you can lower it again for Remembrance Day?
No.
You sure? Wait. Maybe the flag should always fly at half-mast.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sure it does. The flag is a symbol of what?
Of the country. The maple leaf on the white background.
It's called Canadian Pale.
What is?
The white background. The white square in the middle.
You're making this up.
Nope. The flag itself is actually a ripoff of the Royal Military College flag. They just swapped out the graphic. The RMC has metaphor alert, an armored fist holding 3 leaves. Some wag suggested a single maple leaf. 1 leaf to rule them all.
How do you know all this?
Cookum Google.
You just told me not to believe everything I read on my phone.
Yeah, well, when the flags were lowered, I wanted to know what it meant. The flag, what was it a symbol of?
It is a symbol of a country that is the envy of the world.
Canada.
Canada.
And are you proud?
Of course I am proud.
Of Canada.
Yes. It's not perfect, but it's a damn sight better than many. We have Medicare and national parks. We have high education rates.
We have 31 reserves with unsafe water.
We have female politicians. Chrystle Freeland and Anita Anand and that Rona Ambrose. I liked her.
We have 2,000 missing and murdered Indigenous women.
This country is not all about Native people.
No, it's not. In fact, I think it's not about Indigenous people at all.
Look, I empathize. What was done to Indigenous people was terrible. But we have to move forward. Canadians are working towards reconciliation. Isn't this flag at half-mast proof of that?
Reconciliation. Do you Canadians have any idea what that means?
You say Canadians like you are not Canadian.
I am not Canadian. I don't feel Canadian.
But, wow, that makes me kind of sad.
Spare me your condescension.
No, that you, whose people have always been here, you feel that you don't belong to this nation?
A nation that landed on my nation and erased us.
You're not erased, though. You are still here.
I am still here.
If you're not Canadian, and it's not your flag anyway, so what do you care?
I care because when the flags came down on that day after they started finding the bodies, I felt seen. For the first time, it was like Canada was in dialogue with Indigenous people in a real basic way. It felt like semaphore. We, Canada, in the form of this flag, we see you down there. From Mi'kma'ki to Quagio territory, in Cree country, in Anishinaabe lands, all you Haudenosaunee folks, in Inuit Nanengat, we see you. And we see how we have failed to care for the relationships that we started 400 odd years ago. And every time they talked on the news about Kamloops or Cowessess or the mush hole about the discovery of the bodies, I would throw my head back like this and look up to the sky, trying to escape my exasperation. And I would see a flag on a school or on a grocery store. A flag at half-mast. And I would be like, oh, right. They know now. Canadians know now.
We Treaty People is a production of Burnt Thicket Theatre.
Support our work with a donation and learn more about the artists at burnthicket.com. Special thanks go to the Canada Council for making this project possible.
And to our season sponsors, Shercom Industries and SK Arts. This work was gratefully created on Treaty 6 territory and on the homeland of the Métis.
Join us next time for a conversation with the artists about this episode of We Treaty People.